Ladies and gentlemen, today I am making over my entire kitchen dining area and encrusting it with nothing but houseplants. It's your host with the most, Paul Plant 2, and we're starting off with a blank slate. This is more like a pet room where my dogs reside, where I have fish tanks, and I'm going to make it over from top to bottom with a ton of really cool houseplants. Now, before we get started, always remember, Earth is my planet.
Earth is my planet.
So just to give you guys a brief history of the channel, I initially got into plants through bonsai tree videos, then houseplant videos. So I went crazy buying a ton of houseplants. That was around the pandemic era. I got a house and then I was able to garden outdoors. Now, I've never previously made a houseplant video because, just to be honest, the plants that you can throw into a garden outside are way more interesting, and I really do have a passion for native plants that attracts wildlife into my garden. With that being said, I realized that houseplants weren't the biggest thing for me because I didn't like spider mites, I don't really like watering plants indoors, and I don't like dusting leaves. So the majority of the year, all of my houseplants are actually outside because I live in a subtropical climate out here in Houston, Texas, which is zone 9, but we are getting 4 days worth of temperatures that are under 35 degrees. So in the winter, one time a year I do this. I bring all of my houseplants, which I typically keep in this little like shaded area underneath my oak tree, indoors, and I make over certain rooms or elements of my house for the winter time. Now, if I did not have a small child and another one on the way, I definitely would have a lot of houseplants dotted throughout all the rooms, but having small kids is like having plant-eating cats. The two just do not mix. So I'm gonna start off by implementing a ton of different elements, such as these plant stands, water catchment devices to ensure that the water that I water the plants with does not trickle down onto my floor. And overall, this is a protective measure for my plants from the freeze, but also it's a great way to make over a room at the same time. So let's go ahead and smash a like button, subscribe if you aren't already, and let's get started. So when beginning on a project such as this, I like to implement some big body pieces of decor to kind of hold down the area and the ambiance. So I have plant stands, I have crates, and I also have old suitcases, all of which I got from the thrift store, estate sales, and or garage sales. So I like blocking in the bulkier items and putting in the big stands where they are gonna go, because the last thing you wanna do, especially if you have wooden floors, is to place pots directly on the floor. And that's where these plant stands definitely do come in handy, because I also can build up different layers of plants using the verticality of the stands. So yeah, I'm gonna put a bunch of items in place and then bring in the plants. So a lot of this is just trial and error of trying to fill in the corners of the space with the big items I have on hand. So it's placing an item, taking a step back, evaluating, being like, nah, it'll be better layered right here. So this is like the bones of the design, if you will. So I'm sliding the dog beds, getting a rough idea, and then implementing tall plant stands in the corners and next to other tall items of furniture I have in the room. So this is just the basic building blocks of a really cool plant encrusted potential interior. So I have the first elements blocked in roughly. It's like a rough draft, you dig? So we have the fish tank in the corner, a couple of suitcases to obscure the TV tray that it resides on. We got a stool, a low-level tray on wheels. We also have another suitcase in that corner, a taller stand back here so that way the plant can overlook this other fish tank. And then we have like stepping stones, so there will be levels to the plants in this corner. And then coming around yonder, I already have some houseplants in here and a nice filterless fish tank as well. Now I do like starting seeds in this area because it receives a ton of sun. So we got a seed starting tray on another TV tray, and then a couple more blocks down below. Now I gotta figure out the final resting places of the dog beds, but I wanna be honest, they can go anywhere where there is free space, but I'm still gonna try and incorporate them aesthetically. All right, so now let's go ahead and start getting in the little planter bottoms. That way water does not run off of these elevated surfaces and or onto the Canada Dry and this little other military issued crate and the floor. So as y'all can see, we have all the little planta bottoms placed. And now is the part that's exciting and also simultaneously that sucks the most, and that is carrying extremely heavy planters inside to place in all of these areas. The space is definitely closing up, and it's gonna be full of luscious plants from the rainforest. And the reason why a lot of houseplants are from the rainforest is because in the rainforest, the canopy creates low light situations, which is similar to a house, and the soil also is very poor in the rainforest, and so the plants also can survive in soil conditions that are not ideal. So let's go ahead and get it. And oh, look at this little bug. Look at that bug, what are you doing? All right, I'm gonna save that guy and then bring in some of these plants. So I have a ton of plants to choose from, but the first plant I'm gonna throw in is going to be this giant fiddle-leaf fig, which is gonna go right next to my fish tank. And these can grow into ginormous trees. I see people growing these outdoors in Tampa, Florida, but unfortunately here with the cold snaps, it does get too frigid for them to thrive in the wintertime, or else they'd be as damn near big as these oak trees, which is wild. So yeah, big foliage. These gotta hold down some weight in the corners of the room. So that looks pretty good right here, wouldn't you say? Now right below it, I need something bushy that'll kind of obscure this pot. I probably should clean this pot, but I'll get to it when I have to dust the leaves in a month or so. Oh yeah, big body Sansevieria right there. Hey Ranger, get out the way, dude. You're blocking the shot, dude. Yeah. We gotta switch up the texture. Oh, big ponytail palm right there. Oh yes, sir. Yes, give it its space, let it breathe, let that thing breathe. So this little trio, I think is looking nice right here. What do you guys think? I can put something on ground level, but I wanna wait until I fill out the bigger areas. So this corner definitely needs a big plant right here. You are leaning bad. So we don't need too much else in that corner. I think I'm gonna throw a little peace lily. Throw this little peace lily right here. Another snake plant. Right down below. All right, that looks damn good. I think this area got it going on. Now I gotta put some big cojones in this corner. All right, we got this corn plant. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Damn it, there's a lizard in the house. So now we got the dogs hunting lizards in the house, which is always great news because the potential of them knocking over a plant is very high right now. So I need you guys to chill, daddy. Chill. So I think on this stool right here, I gotta put something that kind of trails over. Golden pothos. And then we got some roots on it. I'm gonna put those in my fish tank. So I'm gonna have this dude wrap it around. Now we need one more large plant right here just to fill out this entire area. I have just the thing. It just got crazy. It just got crazy. So at this stage, everything is looking a lot crazier, a lot greener. And the reason why these houseplants are so huge is because they were outside. I mean, obviously no plant is designed to grow in a house ideally. So that's why these dudes are mammoths, is because they were placed outside in similar conditions in which they grow in the wild, and hence why I have such big full plants. Now they are gonna slow down with their growth rate indoors, that is for sure, but I probably will move them back outside as soon as springtime arrives. But for now, we have a very vibrant garden in my little kitchen nook area, but I still have to add a couple more plants to the crate and then one more right round yonder. So overall, things are looking good, except there's one more blank spot for a big plant, and then I do want to incorporate some smaller plants here and there if I can find some smaller plant stands, just to kind of have some variation in pat size. How about another pothos? Oh, that's beautiful. You hear a fire truck? We're gonna add one more plant. Let's put a little compact cutie in right here. And there we have it, baby. I still can feed the fish. Nothing's in the way. Perfect. So all the plants are in place, ladies and gentlemen, and that just about wraps things up, y'all. I mean, I feel like this room has come a very long way from where it began. And yeah, if these plants are distributed all throughout the entire household, it definitely wouldn't be as much of a dramatic punch. It wouldn't fill up as much space as is the case in this little kitchen nook area. But my dogs seem to be enjoying the ambiance, as do I. I mean, I still have the fish tank right here that I can view. I can still feed them, which is awesome. And then there is just such a lush jungle-like appearance in here. I mean, we have the big old fiddle leaf fig plants holding it down by the aquarium right here. We have the rubber tree, which looks amazing. Of course, we got some big bushy plants growing out of control. I actually am gonna trim these back, just not today because I have other things to do. Golden pothos are popping, and overall, there's just a variety of colors, structure, shape, form, which definitely does keep the eye moving, and it does make things interesting in my humble opinion. But yeah, we came a long way from the beginning to where we are now with just a little bit of carrying pots from outside to this interior space of my house. So hopefully this is some inspiration, man. The majority of these plants I got half off at Lowe's, so you can cook there, especially because there always are sad looking house plants in the clearance section. And as long as you get them, water them, and just leave them outside in the spring and summer, they will burst to life. And then if you just size up the pots over time, they will get huge, as is the case behind me and right here as well. So please smash the like button if you guys did enjoy this video. Always remember, Earth is my planet.
Earth is my planet.
And I still am on that search for the green knoll lizard that did escape me. But it does feel nice to be surrounded by plants on the inside and outside of my home. I hope you guys had a happy holidays. And yeah, here's to a great 2025. Y'all stay tuned. More videos most assuredly are dropping soon. Until next time, peace.
Killing these songs, leaving a bloody life I roost to. And I'm in it to win it, so I'm somebody that you should get used to.